You're not efficient. How to increase your reading speed to study efficiently. Speed reading basics. With the vast amount of information available on the internet and the massive amount of reading tasks that the average manager or students faces, there is really no choice but to try and increase the intake of information. There has been an explosion of information in the last 40 years. We are living in the information revolution, which requires a lot of effort from young professionals in digesting this information and making good use of it. Most people who attend speed reading courses and classes have some kind of reading problem or believe they have one. Here are a few of these potential problems. Lack of concentration or partial/impaired concentration is a clear problem for speed reading, as are the effects of one's environment on one's reading rhythm and the general tendency of some people to be able to achieve an acceptable reading rate only in ideal circumstances. This is a basic speed reading problem that is usually addressed in most courses. Because of poor eye movement, some readers may shift their gaze to other directions before returning to the book or paper to locate the last point read. This issue is also related to poor mechanical skills, which can be a real issue in speed reading. Short attention span is a clear problem that almost everyone is familiar with. You start strong and gradually slow down as you read on. This type of issue usually results in the need to go back and reread some lines, or in the need to read the same sentence a couple of times for lack of understanding, or in losing the line of thought entirely. Reading by heart, or when a person reads to himself, muttering the words or even reading out loud, is an obvious problem because speed reading is much faster than talking, and reading out loud inhibits the ability to read quickly while also regulating a slow input of information into the cognitive. Inattention, reading ahead, or distraction can all cause a delayed reaction to information and material. The desire to remember every word is related to the proclivity to reread or slow down. So, what can you do to improve your reading abilities? Do you really need to try speed reading? Maybe you should just try to solve some of these problems. The answer is most likely dependent on what you require. You must address the problem, no matter what it is. Here are a few quick tips to help you read more quickly. Consider reading to be a pick and choose activity in which you can skip over the connective tissue and only read the words and phrases that are critical to comprehension. One of the most important aspects of speed reading is filtering out all the words that have nothing to do with the subject, and there are a lot of them. All the connecting words, basically words that connect one word with another to form a sentence. To form a sentence, the its and ands have to go, just make yourself blind to them. Setting a timer and seeing how much you can read in 1 minute and 5 minutes is also beneficial. Try to estimate how much you got from the text, make sure it's something you're reading for the first time, and beat yourself up over and over until you feel like you've moved up one level. Experiment with different texts, and look for books with questions about what you just read so you can assess your understanding. Every time you do this, evaluate your situation. Reading faster can lead to more errors in understanding the subject. You should start taking mental notes while reading so that you don't forget to answer the questions. Force timing can help you learn to read faster. If you're training for a race, you go out and run every day, trying to improve your time or distance. Set a timer for 2 to 4 weeks and run a reading race every day. This exercise should not take more than 5 minutes. You may become frustrated at first because you are unable to read as quickly or remember as much as you would like. Practice makes perfect, and the most basic thing you can do to improve your reading speed is to do it. You should see some improvement in 2 weeks, and you should work on the weaker aspects of your reading skills.